Okay, we're going to have the 4-minute motivational video now, right?
And then we're going to have a discussion time, 1 or 2 minutes, no more than 2 minutes each person.
Yeah, just after that next video.
One of the great lessons of life is that nothing will change unless you change. Nothing will get better unless you get better. It's not about circumstance. It's not about luck. We all get the good and the bad. We all get the challenging events that arrive in our life. That's a normal part of being human. I'm talking about what you choose to do with those circumstances. If you were waiting for the economy to change, if you're waiting for your paycheck to change, waiting for your relationship to change, waiting for something to change, nothing will change. If you want change, you must change.
When you change, everything will change for you. If you want better, you must be better. And when you get better, your life will get better. You must work on yourself more than you work on anything else. You must add more value to others than anyone else does. Take a step back and look at your life closely. What can you improve? Be honest with yourself. In every area of your life, what can you improve? If you're being honest, there will be many areas you can improve. If not, you're either not human or you're lying to yourself. Commit to work on improving those areas. Remove everything unimportant in your life that can get you sidetracked from your goals and purpose. Anything that takes you further away from the life you want, eliminate it. It might be TV. It might be people in your life. It might be unhealthy habits. You know what it is. Look within. Be honest with yourself. This is your life we are talking about. Nothing is more important. Be honest with yourself. Be strong. Have the courage to live the life you want to live, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Nothing will change unless you change. Nothing will get better unless you get better. It's all about you.
The road to success is hard, but it isn't impossible unless you quit. Stick it out, suffer through, show your character, and one day they might speak of you. You, the winner, you, the champion, the one who didn't quit, the one who fought back, fought with heart, with courage.
If you're like most, you'll take the easy path. You won't take action. You won't decide right now to make a change. You won't take action right now on changing your life. But you're not like the rest. You wouldn't be listening to this if you were. Decide right now. This is it. I will take action right now. The second this ends, I'm going to set up my life to win. All things that take me further away from the life I want, out. Positive daily habits, locked in. Working on myself daily, locked in. Reading more, learning more, committing to be better every day. Lock it in. I will receive better because I will be better. I will get change because I will change.
Okay, who would like to share what they learned today?
I'll share.
Thank you, Julian.
Oh, I love your background. Nothing will change unless you change. Nothing gets better unless you get better. You know, if it's to be, it's up to me. Those are the motivational quotes. But the thing about it is so easy to say. It's about doing. But one of the things that I realize now is that 90% of 95% of everything is all mental. So it's just about making a decision and committing to it. So nothing would change unless you change is about making that decision. If you don't make the decision, nothing will change. So that was that's really good, because if you don't make a decision is already made.
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Julian. Would anyone else like to share?
How about Karen? Do you have any thoughts?
There's just so many things that we need to learn each day, and it takes time to change. Even just listening to the videos and learning, you have to put it into action. Bring up your confidence.
Okay. I will share about the my thoughts. Everybody knows that there's one core 8-core checklist, that determination. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's a 8 steps success, 8 steps to success. The second one, the first one is make a goal or have a dream, and second one is a determination. Determination, basically you actually make a decision or make a commitment that, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna do Atomy. You know, since we are doing Atomy, so I'm gonna just kind of say things about the related to Atomy. So I want to do Atomy. Then what do you have to do, or what you don't have, you know what you don't do, you know. So a lot of things kind of, you know, I cut it out because doing, you know, Atomy, and then also a lot of things I added on, such as like an 8-core checklist. I think I mentioned before, I never actually finished book. It's kind of shame. I never finished whole, you know, book. I hate reading. But since I'm doing the Atomy, because I have to do 8-core checklist, so I kind of read a book, and then, you know, those things I added onto my life. And that's actually like really helped me get better, you know, a better person. So one thing for sure I could say, since I'm doing Atomy, I really changed myself. When I see myself, I changed a lot, and better way, better, you know, a better side of me. And then also a lot of things like I cut it out. One of the things that I cut out is like, I just don't like, I just, you know, try not to convince someone who has negative thoughts, negative minds. I just cannot really deal with people who has negative thoughts. So that's kind of, you know, I think that's like a kind of waste of time to convince them about Atomy or even, you know, evangelism, even like a Christianity. So of course I pray for them, but then I just kind of have a relationship with people who has a negative thoughts. So those things, I changed a lot of things, you know, around my, you know, surrounding of me. So yeah, that's, you know, things that I changed.
Okay.
That's good advice, Christine. Because when you are trying to convince somebody who already has a negative attitude about it, it's like you're expending so much energy, you know, trying to talk to them, trying to reason with them when they're kind of being unreasonable. So yeah, I agree that that's a waste of time. That's a good strategy to take, to not even, you know, really not bother, but, you know, obviously you try, but if you see that that's the attitude they're taking, just, you know, let it go, and, you know, hope that the next person will be receptive, because all we're really trying to do is help. We're not really trying to sell them anything. We're trying to help their health and, you know, everything that is going on, all the products that they can be using to better their lives. So thank you for that. That's a good.
Very
That's a
good. Thank you.
I'd like to piggyback on the three things on what you said, Karen, Christine, and Glory, because and what you said is so amazing, because the whole thing about it is we have a hard time, trying to change ourselves. So to try to change somebody else is a war you're never gonna win, right? So it's better just to back up, look in the mirror, and work on that person. I think it's easier.
Very good. So Christine will go over the HemoHIM tonight.
I think Young want to say something.
Oh,
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's always so happy to see you all, and I really appreciated all of you participate all, this is devoting time, especially Christine and Julian, Glory, and Karen. And also our Sharon Rose Master, Sun Young Kim. She's really busy too, I know. What I wanted to say, and for me, right, we all have to pay the bill. We all have to work, right? So like me, personally, I have a certain bill, no matter what I have to pay, right? So I'm sure we all of us go through this, right? But whatever, I try to minimize my time, to work full time for other people, and I try to work a little more toward to the enemy. But still, it's not easy. I know, I'm sure you all go over something like that, what I feel. So what I do, whatever time I could get it, I try to go out and call marketing, right? And sometimes I go to the see, like it previous customers and, haven't seen for a while. And this kind of thing, it was really important too. One of the Dominican Republic, this beauty salon, I've been working on it for a long time. Man, I give it so many things. The woman owner, oh, mighty God. Finally, this Friday, I'm going to go. It takes a long time. So what I'm trying to say is like, I know Julian, everybody was saying like a determination. Sometimes I take it time. I just go say hello, hi, then finally I made it this step. So sometimes you think it's not working, but just go say hello, show your face. That was kind of thing, we Suk Sung, our royal master was saying, like it continues to go say hello, whatever. And that too, once they catch it, then they really will open to you. So hopefully, praise. So this kind of thing, I would love to tell you, just sometimes just don't give up. Some people, they don't even know, they just say that, but continue to be more nicer like that, then I know it works. But then once in a while, I give something here and there, little thing, Korean choco pie, I bring it, like a couple of them. When they need something from me, something from me, later I see they opened up a little bit more closer and closer. So things like that, I would do it. I've been doing it and it's working for me. So, that's my thoughts.
okay, Christine, you're on mute.
Actually, Mrs. Song, Royal Master, she actually shared something on Monday Korean meeting, and then because of 8 steps to success, there's a one step is make a list, right? Like whom you have to contact with. There's like a pretty much like a warm marketing to cold marketing, which is people first, and then move on to the people you don't know. That's a cold marketing. And then there's this is how you actually make a list. First thing, the distance close to you, the people who live close to you. That's the first people you make a list. And then second, the people you see often, very often. Either I'm talking about like family, friends, everything, I'm just overall. Okay, so distance and how often you see the person, and then how close to the person. Okay, and then also the fourth is like a positive person. Positive person. So it's really important to meet person has a positive vibe and then positive thoughts. Of course, you will meet so many different type of people. That's Atomy, and then that's probably any other business. Same thing. There's some mean customers, and even retailers probably facing all those mean customers and clients. And so same thing, Atomy, same thing. But just this is something personal opinion that I just kind of I feel the kind of negative vibe, then I would just move on to the next person. First of all, I don't have enough time for dealing with those people, and then maybe my heart is not maybe ready for those people. So it's me. But then anyway, that's the thing. Based on those 4 things, you make a list. Okay, distance and how often you see, and how close you are to the person, and then positive person. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to next program.
You gonna do the HemoHIM?
Yeah. Oh, so I actually have a HemoHIM, the video from our North Carolina, group. Mrs. Song keep posting the same thing over and over. That means it's very important that you gotta watch it. Okay. Today, luckily I cut it for only HemoHIM part. So I'm gonna show you, and then the reason I'm showing you, I will explain later. But then HemoHIM, you enlist, there are many products, but the enlist HemoHIM, you gotta know the development background, and then basically how we make a HemoHIM and all that. And then there's a lady really explains so well, and then she actually got trained by Mrs. Song's husband, Samsung. His name is Samsung Royal Master. So she got trained by Samsung Royal Master, and then we are very lucky to have that information. Many groups doesn't have this HemoHIM information, so they just only know about the real general information, but then we know the real detail HemoHIM information. So she's gonna share about that, and I want you to really write down and then know about, basically you have to explain about HemoHIM one day. Okay, I'm gonna share the video.
Product, which is HemoHIM. I was actually first introduced to Atomy by my mom back in 2018. HemoHIM was not the first product. The toothpaste was actually the first product, but HemoHIM was the most impactful. When my mom wanted me to go to the center to learn more about Atomy, Star Master Sam was actually the first person to teach me about HemoHIM, and he was very thorough. He taught us about the history, the details, because he wanted us to know why HemoHIM was such a great product and why HemoHIM was so important. And so the more that we knew, the more that we could share to others. So let's get started. HemoHIM is the #1 selling functional health supplement since 2012 in South Korea. It does make up about 55% of total company sales. So So HemoHIM is the #1 product. HemoHIM was actually the first and only product that Atomy started with. So immunity, we hear a lot about immunity. So what is immunity? Well, it refers to the ability for our body to recognize and destroy pathogens such as viruses or bacteria when they enter our body. In other words, the ability to protect our bodies from harm. So how does HemoHIM supplement relate to immune system help us? Well, they increase the number of immunocytes or enhance their functions and help destroy harmful pathogens and distorted cells to reduce unwanted immune reactions. So this is what HemoHIM does to our body. Where did HemoHIM begin? Well, it all started with KERI, the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. KERI's technological power is what is behind Atomy's HemoHIM. Well, here's a little bit of back history about KERI. It is a world-renowned nuclear research institute. It was established in 1959 by the South Korean government to research other forms of energy because South Korea was such a small country with little to no resources such as coal or fossil fuel to help produce power for this growing country and economy. So they decided to research nuclear energy. And by doing so, it became a successful, viable source of energy for South Korea. Today, 40% of the country rely on nuclear energy. But as a result of all this research, many scientists became very sick, and some had cancer due to the large amount of radiations they were exposed to every day. So now KERI's mission was to find a solution for their coworkers. So that's when the government came in and said, we will fund you $5 million, but only under these criteria. We will give you 10 years of research and development. 100% of those materials had to be found in South Korea only. You would have had to have hired over or at least 20 plus scientists, and out of those scientists, at least 15 of those had to have PhDs. Well, after 8 years, HemoHIM was created. HemoHIM was now a patented health functional food supplement that strengthens, regulates your immune system, helps your body form fresh blood and hemoglobin. It now has 4 major properties. First, it is anti-cancer. Second, it's hematosis. Third, it is an immune booster. And fourth, it is an antioxidant. So now this HemoHIM has provided KERI with 4 solutions. There are patents that are related to immunity. It took 8 years of research and development as a national project. And this is a first individually approved functional health supplement. And fourth, it was developed by KERI and tested by the Korea Cancer Center Hospital. So in the Korea Cancer Center Hospital, where they did the clinical trials, they tested 63 patients that had stage 2 and stage 3 leukemia. They gave them 4 HemoHIM a day for 5 weeks, and as a result, 80% of those patients improved. The last test was on stage 4 cancer patients that had no hope. They gave them 4 HemoHIM a day for 5 weeks. As a result, 60% of those patients improved. And you can see here, this is the representation of number of immune cells that normal people have, about 18 million. But cancer patients have a very depleted number. There are about 6 or 7 million immune cells. So a very big, huge deficiency. But with HemoHIM, it is known to create more immunocytes. So it can create more immune cells for cancer patients. HemoHIM has patents and certificates in Korea, Europe, Japan, and USA. And in the United States, it says that this is a herbal composition for improving anti-cancer activity, immune response, and hematopoiesis of the body, and protecting the body from oxidative damage, and the method of preparing the same. This is what the patent of HemoHIM says in the United States. HemoHIM is made up of natural herb ingredients, such as these three main ones. So the first one is the Angelica gigas. This root has been used in traditional herbal medicine for thousands of years. It is used for indigestion and stomach issues, blood circulation. It relieves joint pain and cramping. The second one is the Conidium officinale. This also has been used for thousands of years as a traditional herbal medicine. This one is used for skin conditions because it has a natural antibacterial, antifungal, antipyretic properties to help treat skin rashes, eczema, and itchy skin. And then you also have the Ionia japonica. This is used to treat osteoarthritis, fever, gout, viral hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, upset stomach, and headaches and migraine. So all three of these herbs combined, it gives you that overall help that HemoHIM does to our body. So HemoHIM, it actually stands for something. So hemo stands for hemoglobin. That is the main function that can transport oxygen. It removes the carbon dioxide from our body and actually creates oxygen. This maintains blood acid-base balance, which is an important role. The H stands for hematopoietic, which is the proliferation or creation of red blood cells, formation of blood in our body. I stands for immune. This is the regulation of immune cell function. This improves our human immune system by enhancing the activity of the NK cells, which is our natural killer cells. And two, when the body is invaded by a virus or during the formation of malignant tumor cells, NK cells will attack and kill it automatically. And M stands for modulation. Modulation just means kind of like a tweak, an enhancement. HemoHIM is tweaking and enhancing those natural killer cells to attack those viruses and pathogens. That's what the M modulation stands for. And so here is a picture that shows the far left is a normal cell, the middle is a damaged cell by radio beams, but it's trying to replicate the damages of, let's say, chemotherapy, let's say the sun, anything that can damage the cells. The third slide on the far right, you can see that these cells had HemoHIM in them. So the HemoHIM helped protect, as a true antioxidant, it helped protect the cells from all those damages, such as UV rays, UVB rays, or chemotherapy. Here is the before and after of white blood cells. So you can see here before HemoHIM, you can see that there is a okay amount of white blood cells, but after you see a huge increase of white blood cells. And white blood cells, that is your defense system. That is your body's defense system against harmful pathogens and viruses. So you need a strong defense system, especially during this time of the pandemic. Our immune system is so important to us right now. Red blood cells. So you can see a before and after as well. After, you can see a huge increase in red blood cells. And red blood cells carries oxygen to our body and removes carbon dioxide. So this is very, very important for our body to regenerate, but also to have energy. That's where the creation of red blood cells is so important. Also an experimental data photograph where you can see on the left side, it's a microscopic slice of a small intestine tissue. On the left side, they did radiotherapy, most likely like a chemotherapy, without HemoHIM, and you can see that the tissues were damaged and destroyed. On the right-hand side, you can see that the therapy was done with HemoHIM, and none of those tissues were destroyed. So HemoHIM actually helps the body from all those chemotherapy or all those radioactive waves from destroying our tissues. So that's what HemoHIM does. Based on animal and human testing with the result of HemoHIM, it has shown that there is an increase in the natural killer cell vitality. There's increase in enhanced cytokine production, which are the signal transmission proteins that plays a central role in our immune system. It has shown increased enhanced immunity and increased immunocyte vitality. HemoHIM is great for everybody. It's great for me, who is basically a full-time mom, but not sick, but I take it every day for that kind of overall energy, but also that overall protection that I am strengthening my immune system, especially because I do have kids, and especially during this time of when there's a pandemic going around. So HemoHIM is perfect for me, but my mom uses HemoHIM because she has allergies, she has panic attacks. My dad uses HemoHIM, my husband uses HemoHIM. So our whole family uses HemoHIM for different reasons. So it's perfect for everybody. It's perfect for athletes to give them that physical strength. It's perfect for housewives to give you that pep of energy. Office workers, if you're tired. Students to give you that stamina reinforcement. And for elders, it gives you energy and recovery.
All right. So what do you think about the HemoHIM she explained? I mean, I have you know, all that PowerPoint slide for the HemoHIM, but she actually explained more some parts that, you know, I kind of missed. So since she learned from Samsung Royal Master directly, just, you know, so I want you to, I will send that video to you. So keep watching and then learn about HemoHIM. Okay. And then Karen, you're gonna say about the HemoHIM testimony.
Anyone have a HemoHIM testimony
Or product testimony.
or product? Okay.
Yeah. Anyone wants to share?
Yes, I would love to share. What I love to share, before I know HemoHIM, I really had like a high blood pressure, really. It was like about 184, 190. And I also had a 249 cholesterol. And when I, you know, like meet Sharon Rose Master Sun Young Kim, and she joined me. After that, I started taking, you know, then before that, I used to take it like a high blood pressure pill and the high cholesterol pill for 5 years. It's still, you know, sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. It's like it never really goes away. So one day before I went to Korea, like I stopped 2017, September 17, I completely stopped. I told Dr. Dawson, I said, I'm going to really stop this. I'm going to make it myself, experiment myself. So I did it. Then the following year, 2018, September 20, I went back to the doctor. I did blood work, everything, right? My God, I have the paper to prove everything went down normal, and I also anemic, okay? But I could not take an iron pill because it repeat after me, and it really, it nauseous me. So that's why I can take it. After I did this, I had my red blood cell, it got increased. I don't have no more, I don't have to take an iron pill anymore. And I don't feel so much tired, and it really helped me so much. That's how I got to Dr. Dawson. She is the one who joined with me. That was the reason. So HemoHIM is a really, like it, I could go on and on it, but this is a really great product. And I did it for myself, so I know it works.
Thank you. Anyone else have a product testimony? Well, I can share that with taking the HemoHIM, I don't have as much of the acid reflux that I used to have. It really helps with the heartburn. When you stop taking it, you really realize it's so beneficial for our health that it's something we should be doing every day.
Anyone else? How about Glory? You have a testimony about the HemoHIM, right? You shared last time.
Sure, yes. My testimony has to do with my periods that I would get. I would get extremely, extremely painful periods. And for, since I was, since the beginning, since I was 12 years old. So every month I would have to take tons of Advil. The first and second days were just horrific. I would be in bed. I would miss work. I would have to take at least, well, I would take about 6, 2, 4, 6, about 6 Advil a day or more sometimes. And it was just, it was crippling. I started taking HemoHIM, and the first period that I got right after, about 3 weeks later, was still pretty painful, but it wasn't horrible, but it was still pretty painful. But then the month after that, I no longer was in crippling pain. I did not have to take Advil anymore. And I have not taken any Advil for the last about 5 months. So it's incredible, my testimony for HemoHIM, because I thought that was my normal. That was just going to be what I have to deal with for the rest of my life, or until, I don't know, until menopause, I guess. But just the fact that it completely got, like, my husband couldn't believe it. He was like, wait, what do you mean? You're not taking Advil? You're not in pain? Because he knows what I go through. So it was almost unbelievable that how effective it was for me. So I will thank HemoHIM and take it for the rest of my life for sure, because I know the benefits, definitely.
All right. Oh, wow. I mean, you will hear so many good, great HemoHIM testimonies. Amazing, a lot of testimonies out there. Me just quickly sharing about HemoHIM testimony. I mean, all my family just had benefits of HemoHIM. Especially my mother-in-law, she's 80 years old. Since she's taking HemoHIM, and 80 years old, got a coronavirus, but then she just recovered like within 1 week, real quickly. It just, she felt like this is something like a cold, just flu, without the HemoHIM. I mean, I don't want to even think about, and also for my daughter Faith, when she has a little bit of cold symptom, or she got a flu from school, she just takes 2 vitamin C and 1 HemoHIM next morning, just like better. And she hates that because she has to go to school. And then my husband, oh my God, I mean, he's like a really like walking HemoHIM testimony. Actually, he just from the kidney failure. Of course, there's a lot of complications there, and then he got a kidney failure. But then taking HemoHIM, omega-3, and the probiotics, those 3 products helped him not only kidney failure, just his high blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol. Everything went down. It's just amazing. And he didn't even notice that. He when he went to see a doctor, the doctor actually surprised that what's going on within 2 months, but what happened, So that's power of HemoHIM. And for me, I think overall like a kind of really healthy. It just gives me good energy, I think share one time I went to California for 10 days, family trip, and it was January. The temperature just quickly changing to Fort Lauderdale and California, and then very tight schedule. And usually, if I take like family trip like this, or 1 week family trip, or 10 days, whatever, then from California to coming here, I usually get sick, no matter what. Just get sick, either get a cold or flu or whatever. But then that time I just got introduced, HemoHIM from my friend, and then I was going to. I mean, actually, not only me, my whole family, take the HemoHIM. So I was almost finishing a whole box of HemoHIM, because I take the HemoHIM with me going to California. But when I got here, oh my gosh, I have a full of energy. The day I arrived like a 6 o'clock in the morning something, I went to work. It was Monday, and I went to work, and I was fine. I didn't it was like a red eye flight. I couldn't, it's uncomfortable. I couldn't really sleep. But then I went to work, just 9 to 8, I mean 9 to 5, work done, come home, still have a good energy. I was like, come on, let me sleep. I need to sleep. So that's also I really understand that HemoHIM gives you good energy, so that's my testimony. Okay.
Any announcements?
Yeah, so I'm going to share about the announcement. I have any idea why it's like this.
Product, which is HemoHIM. I was actually first.
Okay, announcement. I got some exciting news here. First, I need to kind of explain a little bit about the things CEO Hungry Park kind of mentioned about the last the Zoom meeting with the CEO Park. It's almost like about 2 weeks ago. He mentioned that we are an owner of platform business. What that means, like he wants us to be really proud of being an Atomian. The reason why is everybody knows that the platform means like okay, so let's say just platform business, for example, Amazon, Airbnb, Uber, Alibaba, those companies are, we call it platform business, because they don't own anything. They don't own manufacture. Let's say Uber, they don't own any taxi drivers, but then they hire or they contact people who has car. That's a platform business. And then the platform business, Uber, makes money, okay, from the customers and from the people who has a car, right? That's a platform business. And Airbnb, same thing. Airbnb, the company doesn't have hotels or rooms or house. They contact the person who has a house or room, extra room, and then Airbnb makes money from the customers, and then from the people who has house or extra rooms, right? That's an Airbnb, and then those are the platform business. And then we, as an Atomy distributor, also we own our own platform business. As soon as you signed up, you have your own platform business, because people who signed up under you, and then they purchase all the products, then the points coming to you, right? So every business starts from you as like a platform business. Okay, now we are like platform business owner, but then we don't have to do like payrolls, right? Company does everything. Company does payrolls, accounting, marketing, maybe, and in Korea, actually they did like advertisements, you know, all those things company does. We don't have to do anything, right? So CEO Hangul Park said just use the company, you know, as a like a tool, and product and everything. That's like a, you know, business tool. Use it, you know, and then be rich, be wealthy, you know, through Atomy. So, you know, so we as a like an Atomian, just be proud, and then also when you meet new members or new people, or when you introduce Atomy to people, you could mention this one. Hey, soon as you sign up, you will be a owner of platform business, and you and also a company does everything for you, okay? And then you could start up business without any capital, you know, any capital investment. So you could just kind of use your way to about the wording, and then explain to people, and the Atomy is opportunity to them. You have to kind of introduce about Atomy like that, okay? It's not that like of course, the main tool is a product, right? All our product is from Korea, and they're very good price. Yes, but nowadays people actually looking for like extra incomes, and the extra like or some kind of plan B. So you need to kind of mention this thing to people. There's some good opportunity about business. Okay, and then the new president of Atomy America, actually, you probably didn't notice that we didn't have a president like Atomy America Corporation over a year. Without the president, the company was running. But finally, we have a new president of Atomy USA. His name is Im Hyun-soo, but his English name is Green Lim. Such a kind of unique name. So Green Lim, he's gonna start working in the United States, and then he's gonna hear a lot of our Atomians' voice. Okay, so any complaints or any suggestion, anything, just we just contact him, and he will listen to what we want. Okay, so actually, so he mentioned the few things, in-person meeting, since right now it's an endemic, almost end of the pandemic. So do a lot of in-person meeting, and since we don't have a center here, so you could use Lani's house or my house as a like a in-person meeting place. And also home party. Well, actually, we are doing already like facial parties and stuff. So do in-person meetings, okay? And 24 hours customer service. He promised that we are gonna have a 24 hours customer service, because we I think as far as goes the schedule goes, I think 9 to 5, and then I guess it's just kind of habit that I just calculate the time difference, to West Coast. So I just call usually 12, p.m. here, 12 at noon. But anyway, he said we are going to have a 24 hours customer service. And then we're going to have a new department, Ethical Regulation Committee. They didn't actually decide the name yet, but then this is more like a kind of, what I mean, right? Like, ethically, is there something people doing not right way, not doing as like an ethical way, then they're gonna do some kind of put in action or something. So that's a new department they're gonna create. And then seminars in Las Vegas in September. Woo! Okay, this is South America, North America combined, and we're gonna have a big seminar in Las Vegas, and then you all are invited. And you know, I have my aunt lives in Las Vegas. So, you know, if you don't want to spend money on the hotel, come. Come to my aunt's house. She will be happy. She loves people. And she has a lot of rooms. Okay, so in September, so be prepared. Okay, I hopefully, you know, many of you guys be a sales master by that time. So you guys also, you know, get, you know, a mastership ceremony up there. So seminar in Las Vegas in September. Okay, and Imperial Master in the USA. Okay, he actually since he's becoming a, you know, new president of Atomy America, so he wants to have an Imperial Master from, you know, United States here. Okay, I don't know you guys know about this, but then we have so far 2 Crown Masters in United States. One is O'Keefe in kind of west side, and then East Coast side is Jason Shim, you know, Crown Master. Okay, and so if the Crown Master wants to be an Imperial Master, then what do you have to do? What he has to do? He has to work hard, right? And work hard what? With who? With us, who, which is like a, you know, who are like a, you know, really down, you know, people down at, you know, like almost at the end of the root, you know, from the, if we just, you know, look at the tree, then we're almost at the end of the root, right? He has to work with those people. So Crown Master Jason Shim, he will visit us. Okay, he's coming from, I think he lives in New Jersey. So he's coming to see us next month, February 22nd. Okay, and he's coming to where? My house. He's coming to my house. So I want you to come, and then I want you to invite lots of people. Lots of people. Okay, tell them it's not like business, like a seminar or meeting. Tell them, come and, you know, have a party. We have a party because I'm gonna, you know, have, you know, food and stuff. So hey, come over to you know, you wanna enjoy Korean food? Let's come. let's go. Okay, so invite people just casually. Okay, if you mention like something business, then that will like a whoa, you know. So it's gonna be, you know, February 22nd, Wednesday. So mark your calendar, and then yeah. So I'm so excited, you know. One of the Crown Master coming to my house and then share about his vision, and then, you know, yeah, basically he wants to help us. That's why he's here. Okay. All right, and this is another announcement, and I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited. We are gonna have a speech school that's like a really successful in North Carolina, Global Center, which is Mrs. Song and Mr. Song Royal Master. They actually did so much time and efforts put it into this speech school. Actually, you know, before even pandemic. So I was really surprised that over there, most of members, they know how to do presentation of product and compensation. So of course, you know, CEO Park, if you look at some, you know, videos, and CEO Park said, oh, just tell them, you know, product is cheap and product is really good. That's it. You don't need to know about the product. Nah, I don't think so. If you want to really kind of look, you know, if you want to look professional and to people, and this is business, then I think you should know about the product and, you know, compensation plan. So I have all the materials, even videos, and, you know, if you want the scripture, I even made a scripture. Okay, so it will start from next month, which is February. Okay, so each week, you know, one person do product and one person do compensation plan. Okay, so basically memorize, just memorize. I know we haven't reached the Imperial Master, but we have to know how we become Imperial Master, right? So I have all the material. If I see you in person, bring the USB. I will give you a copy. I think Karen has a copy already. But if you want, I could send the email. So yeah, either way, email or USB, I will just give you a copy. So just memorize, okay? So that's a speech school. The product, you don't have to go over all the product. I'm talking about the HemoHIM, just like the lady mentioned, that video. Just keep watching, and then if I show you the slide, then you just explain what it is. Okay, so like that. And then about the product, it says a HemoHIM, and then we have a 4 cutting edge technology for the HemoHIM, and then also for the skincare product. I want you to really know about the 4 technologies, and plus 2 more, which is for absolute, 2 special codes they added onto. So those 2 code and then 4 technologies, I want you to know about this. Those are the real basic one. Once you know, then the rest is kind of really easy. Okay, so that's a speech school. So hopefully I want you to just kind of follow this program, and then everybody could just explain about product and explain about the compensation plan. And Mrs. Song promised that she's gonna give us gift. Whoever could do both presentation, product, and compensation. And then she said the amount of the time is 2 months. Just everybody's busy, and you guys just kind of spare time doing this one. So give you guys like 2 months, like, so February and March, those 2 months we are gonna do it. So yeah, so here's the thing. And the reason why we actually also do product and compensation plan, because 8 steps of success and 8 core checklist, there's a one thing same in the steps and then 8 core checklist. That's a STP, shoulder plan. The shoulder plan is basically you actually share your vision, but then when you share your vision, you have to prepare the like public speech, right? Public speech. So the best thing is, instead of you sharing your vision, your own story, but then there's something that you just memorize the whole thing, and then just like a parrot, you just say things like about the product and about the compensation. So that's kind of we practice that. Don't be afraid about like public speech, when you share your vision, speech later on. That's why we are doing speech school. Okay. And then it's my opinion, when I actually know how to explain about the products and compensation plan, I feel like I know about the atomy. It's like about 60 to like 70%. Yeah, I that much like you have a confidence about atomy. Okay. Of course, like there's a you have to explain about the company and all that, but then that's kind of side thing. But then that's the real basic, and then you need to know so you could explain to people. And then yeah, and eventually everybody's gonna be sales master, right? And then become like diamond master. So be aware of this. Mrs. Song's gonna contact you directly, personally, and then, hey, Julian, now you're diamond master. Can you come to my group and then do vision speech? Hey, Glory, can you come to my group and then do product presentation? She's gonna ask you. That's how actually my presentation skill got improved. So So this speech, school will be really, really beneficial for you, So we will do it together. So even you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everybody's make mistake. And then sometimes we don't even know you made a mistake, right? So we are gonna do, business, the speech school